Ian, what on earth happened this evening?
It was just a crazy game. I think it was hugely naive after the sending off from us, how we played. The management of the game was junior football, and we got so caught up with the nonsense, a lot of nonsense on the touchline and with the red card, and too many people got dragged into that, and we lost our focus. We lost what we should be doing, and I think that favoured them. And then, even towards the end, the very last goal, we're so desperate to try and win the game, and I understand that, but we have to continue to manage the game correctly, and we leave ourselves wide open. And I mean, don't get me wrong, it's an unbelievable strike from the kid at the end, but we should never be in that position. I mean, we had so many chances, even at 2-0, to put the game to bed, and from there on in, it was very naive. We got caught up in a lot of the nonsense.
It's a capitulation, 2 games in a row, 3 goals in 8 minutes on Saturday and 2 goals in 7 minutes against a team with 10 men this evening. What do you put that down to?
Naivety, not managing the game in the way that we should manage the game, and we don't. We should easily take control at 2-0 after the red card, and then we allow their goal and their momentum to get on top of us, and we don't have a strong enough mindset towards that. So very, very frustrating. Are
these isolated incidences, or is it a mentality issue that might be in the squad?
Yeah, well, it's a mentality issue. We have to fix it. I mean, I thought we were in good control of the game. I thought we played a good away first half. I thought even to get 2-0 up and after the red card, I felt fairly comfortable, but Bryn's coming off, we didn't adapt, that didn't help. Suddenly we looked a little bit vulnerable defensively. Felt like I had to get Ruben off because he had a yellow card and there was a lot of noise around him and he was getting tired, so I didn't want that second yellow to come. But we didn't manage the game correctly.
You've referenced this noise and this nonsense. What was going on? What happened at the end? Mild man that you are, you looked like you'd seen red.
No, I didn't see red. Not me. Things were said to me on the touchline that I wasn't happy with. I was polite to everybody, but then I don't think that I deserved that. And I said to them at the end that I didn't feel that was the case. But listen, things were said in the heat of the moment, and it was a bit of handbags at the end, but no big deal.
What happened with the disallowed goal? Because of course Notts could have won it. This was something like the 91st, 92nd at this point, and it looked like, I think it was Alex Lacey, looked as though he'd got to win it. It was disallowed. What happened?
I think it was Kieran Brennan, actually.
What do I know?
Yeah, but I'll be honest, we've just seen it again, and for me, I can't pick out. The referee said that there was a foul on the goalie, but I can't see it. The angle's not great that I've just seen, so I'll have to see it again, but didn't look like much. But the problem is, after the red card, and it's sometimes easy to give something if there's just half a foul in there. I said after the Woking game, the kind of how physical Woking were attacking the ball. We went and did that, but today it's a foul on us. So disappointed really, because I felt we'd got the winner there. But still, again, after that, we've got to ensure that we don't lose the game.
There's a lot of pushing and shoving going on the pitch at the end. Did it carry on in the tunnel?
No. I didn't see anything in the tunnel. No.
Talking about the game again, as a whole, look, you were looking to kind of stem the tide of, you'd lost the last couple. Yeah. Now you've lost 3 in a row, having been unbeaten for the first 7. Where do you think this leaves you?
Well, it leaves us in a position where we look like we're lacking a little bit of confidence in there. We need to build that back. A win today would have done us great, and in the position that we were in, we should have closed it out. But the only thing we can do is dust ourselves off. There's another game against Yeovil at the weekend, away game, which again will be a tough game. But we have to focus towards that. We'll welcome back 1 or 2 players from injury that I think will be important for us, and then we go for that game. It
feels like at the moment when you concede, that it's a matter of time before you may concede another. I mean, I even go back to the wins at Meadow Lane, where you've won by 3-2. You had to score 3 goals just to beat those teams at home. Is that fair?
I don't know about the games at Meadow Lane where we've won them. I mean, but the last couple, I would say, not the Altrincham game, but the last 2, yeah, when 1 goal's gone in, we look a little bit vulnerable and weak, and we really have to step up and take responsibility in there.
Is that because you're missing Kyle Cameron, you're missing Connell Rawlinson, or is it something more?
I think for sure we miss them. I mean, it goes without saying, 2 kind of leaders in the middle of the back. It's not a surprise to me that we've looked a little bit more vulnerable when we lost, from the Altrincham game, a keeper and 3 centre halves, and of course we got Lacey back, but we are still hurting from those injuries, and hopefully we can get them back for the weekend.
You'll be feeling this, of course, this evening. I saw you go and clap some of the Notts fans, and I saw some of those Notts fans have a go and say some things that I'm sure you've not heard and aren't comfortable to sit with. I just wonder how you're feeling about it all this evening.
No, the travelling fans were brilliant, and they deserve better. We're disappointed that we don't get anything for them, because I thought they were magnificent for us, and I understand their frustrations. In a game like this, it hurts for everybody, so they pay their money, they travel, and they're more than entitled to voice their opinions. We're all disappointed and hurting, so we just have to pick ourselves up and go again.